What's up, guys? We're in Staten Island today. Staten Island, New York, at a historic location called Conference House Park. I'm going to give you guys some looks at some old buildings, some historic buildings, also some beautiful views of our beaches here. Let's go for a nice relaxing walk, folks. What do you say we go for a stroll? Let's go. Okay, guys, so we're at Conference House Park, Staten Island. Beautiful evening, 77 degrees, a little humid. And I'll tell you why they call this place Conference House Park in a minute. And it's due to the conference house. And I'm going to give you guys a good look at it. There it is. We'll get there in a little while. We'll get there soon. First, I want to show you guys the beachfront, the waterfront. And then we'll get to the conference house, and I'll tell you what that house served as and how instrumental it was to the foundation of the country of the USA. But before I show you the house, I want to show you guys this beautiful pavilion here and give you guys a look at the Staten Island beach, which is very underrated for many reasons. This pavilion was constructed a few years ago. The old one was destroyed by Hurricane Sandy. And this one's pretty new. I think I like the old one better, but this one's nice as well. Popular spot among locals. This is not really a touristy location. Not many people know about this place. Oh, wow. We got some ships. The sun has come out. So yeah, like I said, Staten Island Beach is underrated due to the fact that they're very quiet and deserted, and there's not many people walking on them. It's not like you're on a Miami beach. You can go for a nice quiet walk on the beach any given day. Nothing but wildlife and bald eagles. By the way, guys, I took a few photographs of bald eagles. You can see them on my Instagram page. Go follow me on there. That page is associated with my YouTube account here. And I took some photos of some bald eagles recently, and just up ahead, just up that beach there, just about 10 minutes up the beach. That's where I got those shots. If you want to see them, check me out on Instagram. I'll link you up in the description, and I'll give you a glimpse of the page here. And that's what I love about Staten Island. It's quiet and it's nothing but wildlife. The wildlife thrives and is not flushed out. Staten Island is considered the forgotten borough, and many people don't consider it a part of New York City, but it is. It's one of the 5 boroughs. And it's just vastly different, at least here in the South Shore. If you go to the North Shore, it would feel a lot more like New York City. So in a sense, Staten Island is a tale of two cities. We have rural parts and very much urbanized parts. This was a very historic place, guys. And again, there's a look at the waterfront. A lot of battles took place here between the Lenape Indians and British colonists. Some nice trails here, guys. This is where I do the majority of my birding. I'm a big birder, and if you come to the conference house, I recommend these trails. You'll see some beautiful birds. All right, let's go. Conference house just ahead. So now, this house that you're about to see was constructed in 1645. 45, that's right, guys. Old, very old building. It remains the way it was. Of course, it did undergo some renovations, but for the most part, it looks the way it did back then. I've had a few picnics here myself. I love to come here and eat and sit on these tables. Here it is, folks. The conference house. This house right here, original spot, 1645, was the location of several conferences that took place in the early 18th century, including some of our founding fathers, including Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, among others. Lots of legislation took place here. And the conferences that took place here at the conference house was very instrumental in the development of the United States government. It all happened here, guys. Lots of conferences, and it was those meetings that took place here that eventually led to the end of the Revolutionary War. That's right. And again, Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, among many others, met with British officials at the time, and they had discussions, and eventually an agreement was made. The war ended, and the United States government was formed. And this was just one of many places where all that stuff happened. I was going to go to Philadelphia today, but I figured I'd keep it local. It's the 4th of July. Why not hang out in my hometown? I live 10 minutes away from here. And I want to give you guys a look at the waterfront again. Lots of boats in the distance. Folks, this is the southernmost tip of New York City. You could not get more south than this. We're not only at the southernmost tip of New York City, we're also at the southernmost tip of New York State. You cannot get more southern in New York State and New York City than this. We're right at the end, right at the tip, right on the edge, and that's Jersey right across the river. All right, let's keep moving. We got some more things to see. We got some more historical homes to see. I'm going to give you guys a look at another beautiful manor coming up soon. There's a lot of gardens over here. A lot of picnic tables. Again, guys, I've been eating on these tables for the past 20 years. And before I head further north, I want to just talk about this area. This was a big Lenape Indian territory, obviously, and a lot of battles took place on this beach. We're going to see the beach in a little while, but I'm not going to go there from here. But I just wanted to mention that, so stay tuned. There were a lot of battles here. Supposedly, this area up ahead is a burial ground, and lots of Indians were buried there. Lots of Lenape. Now, like I said, yeah, this place, it's original, but it's been renovated. This part of the house is not original. It still serves as the quarters for the curator. Most of the mansion is original, of course. So this is not originally part of the house, obviously, as you can tell by the siding. Nice garden here, caretaker's quarters, private. And I knew the woman that used to be the caretaker here. I don't know if she's still here, but yeah, this place is constantly inhabited, and there's a beautiful garden here. And there's also a nice, beautiful garden over here. The Colonial Herb Garden, maintained by the Staten Island Herb Society. I know many of these people personally. It's nice to see. Birds are chirping. Lots of trails here, guys. They go on and on. Lots of woodland combined with beach. All right, let's get moving. We have another mansion to scope out. Another historic building here in Staten Island. Lots of events take place here, by the way. 2 days ago, there was a nice concert by the Staten Island Philharmonic, which I missed. I usually attend those every year. I missed it this year. Okay, guys, just up ahead, we're going to head to the Billop House. And I'll give you a few more tidbits of history regarding that house, as well as my personal experience with it. It's the 4th of July. Everybody's having some backyard parties, as you can hear. I'm sure everybody's in their pools eating hot dogs. Oh, this is a nice tree. Look at the size of this one. Wow. I've seen bigger. Let me tell you, you want to see some big trees. Staten Island has some big ones. They're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I've lived here 25 years. I've never seen so many large trees before. They're just growing and growing. Give you guys a look at some of the homes here on Satterley Street. We're in the neighborhood section of Tottenville in Staten Island, New York. The southernmost tip. This is as south as it gets in New York City, and it's very, very much suburban, as you can tell. One may never believe I'm in New York City right now, and I'm 40 minutes from Times Square. Can you believe that? 40 minutes from Times Square in Manhattan. And that's what I love about living here. It's you got the best of all worlds, you know. I can get to Manhattan in 40 minutes by car. I got all this nature around me here where I live. It's very safe here. This neighborhood is known for a lot of people that live here are cops, firemen, nurses, doctors. You're gonna hear a lot of fireworks today, guys. It's the 4th. It's a pretty house. Speaking of pretty houses, we're gonna see one soon. And then I'll give you guys, we'll go for a walk on the beach. It's quiet. A little different setting today than usual. I'm usually in the city a lot. And here in New York, we say the city. Even though I'm in New York City, we still refer to Manhattan as the city. So we always used to say, let's go to the city, which was in reference to Manhattan. Even though Staten Island is one of the 5 boroughs of New York City. But that's the way we refer to Manhattan. So guys, what we're gonna look at now is a beautiful, beautiful mansion that was built in 1850. So it's a lot newer than the conference house that we just saw. And here it is. Beautiful home, Greek Revival. The architectural style is Greek Revival. Most notable by the 4 columns there and the sloped roof. And wow, they have the gas lamps on. I never saw that. I'm good friends with the former curator of this mansion. She's a great lady. She retired, and I'm not sure if anybody else is, caretaking here at the moment. But had a lot of good memories here, guys. This place served as a sort of clubhouse for an organization, an environmental organization I used to be involved with. And I used to donate to them and things like that. And they were very instrumental in preserving much of this green space that you see here. Not just here, but all over Staten Island. And that's why we have so many parks here. And big parks. It's because of an organization called the Protectors of Pine Oak Woods. And they helped preserve all this on Staten Island. All this park space, green space. And this is one of their clubhouses. And they were very helpful to me. And oh, we got some bald eagles. Oh no, crows. Those are crows. A lot of bald eagles here. I thought those were baldies. So yeah, they were very helpful to me. I've sold a lot of photography here because every so often they would turn this place into a art gallery for local photographers, and I was allowed to present my work here, and I sold a few of my works in this place. So it was lots of good memories, guys. And I sold some calendars. A lot of my photos were featured in some calendars. And here's an image of me inside the house with some friends and local photographers. So lots of good memories here, guys, for me personally. Sold a lot of photos and things like that. And a lot of my work was displayed in this house over the years. I haven't really submitted anything in about 2 years, but maybe I will again soon. This garden is a living tribute to America's veterans and their families in silence and respect. This is a place to remember why millions of Americans have fought and died for our liberty and freedom. Nice little memorial. Remember, guys, you know, people who lost relatives in battle, including my own family. I lost an uncle who died serving in the Army. What matters is that they died. And that's what you got to remember. Nothing else matters. Here's the back of the mansion. Again, beautiful Greek Revival home. I'm going to give you guys an old shot of it. Here's what it used to look like. And it's relatively unchanged. Okay, here we have a photo of the Biddle House 100 years after it was originally built in 1949. And this is the house here today. The house was built in 1850, and that picture that you saw before was from 1949. So it's called the Biddle House, named after Charles Biddle, the original owner. He was a ferry operator, and he lived here, and he operated his ferry service from right behind the house, and you're going to see the beach in a minute. And the place was sold after his death, I believe, handed down, and eventually it was landmarked, and the New York City Parks Department acquired it and took over the house, and it's now owned by the city. Fireworks in the distance. There's a little garden. There's another garden, another herb garden. And I see some Parks Department cars. So, like I said, this place has been basically converted. It's a landmarked home owned by the city, and it's been converted into a sort of clubhouse for the Parks Department. And I used to visit here all the time, not just because of my photography displays, but just to attend meetings, environmental themed meetings, learn about my island, my hometown, and what was going on. And of course, I donated to them, so I used to donate to them all the time. Oh, it's nice and quiet. Okay, on to the beach. It's a nice house over there. So I wanted to just state one thing. A lot of people say, oh, I could never live in New York City. It's crowded. this and that, too many people, too much traffic. Guys, I'm 40 minutes away from Times Square right now. There's no traffic here. There's plenty of nature, lots of trees, and most importantly, you have access to beaches wherever you go. It's not like the beaches are not accessible on Staten Island. They are very much accessible, and they are teeming with wildlife. Not just bald eagles, but in the winter we get a lot of harbor seals. We have humpback whales, we have dolphins. And here we have it. Oh, the sun is setting. Hopefully we'll get a good sunset tonight. So stick around. We may get a good one. We may see some bald eagles. Again, guys, go check out my Instagram page. I posted some photos of bald eagles, which I took just up the beach there. Another look at Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Some sailboats. There's a boat out there. And this is what I love about Staten Island beaches, guys. Like I said earlier, it's just quiet. There's no one around. Nothing but wildlife. Got some birds in the distance there. Let's see what they are. Looks like some skimmers. Yeah. Oh, wow. Some skimmers, guys. It's hard to tell. Oh man, it's so nice out. The sun isn't too strong. It's about 7:30 now, 7:30 p.m. We're gonna go see if we can get a sunset and call it a stream. I hope you guys are finding this walk relaxing, informative, if not a little bit entertaining as well. What do we got there? A mockingbird. I've been walking this beach for 25 years, folks. 25 years. I know where all the eagles are and where all the animals stay. I got it all locked down, man. You can find a lot of nice seashells on these beaches. They're very clean. No one really... You get a lot of fishermen here, but everyone's very respectful. I have a lot of friends who clean these beaches. I know a lot of friends who've cleaned these beaches. They come here with garbage bags, and if there's some stuff lying around, they'll pick it up. And I've cleaned these beaches before plenty of times. I'm getting older now, so I don't do it as much as I used to. Oh, there are the skimmers right there. Check those guys out. Oh my goodness, look at them. Oh man, I gotta go get my camera. Guys, skimmers are some of my favorite birds. The way in which they hunt is just so astonishing. If you're familiar with skimmers, if you're not familiar with skimmers, do look them up and watch the way they forage the sea. It's incredible. Their beaks, they're amazing birds. And now I regret not taking my camera with me. Got a nice video, got some nice footage of them. There's that ship again. All right, there's the pavilion just up ahead. We'll end it where we started and get a nice view of the sunset. Hope you guys really enjoyed this walk and found it as relaxing as I did. Watermelon. Somebody dropped that watermelon. Not a bad place to have some watermelon, right? On the beach. Oh, beer can. All right. Here it is. This is where it all started, guys. This is the pavilion from the right side. This beach goes on and on and on and on, folks. Beautiful golden hour. Sun is about to set over Perth Amboy, New Jersey. This wasn't the busiest stream, but it was quiet. And I like to balance my leisure with a combination of both nature time and city time. Every so often I want some quiet, go through a nice peaceful hike. There's the conference house, guys, again. One final look at it. Very fitting place to visit on the 4th of July. That's the house where that was instrumental in developing the foundation of the country we know as the US of A. Well, guys, if you can, hit that like button, hit the sub button, hit all the buttons. It would help me out a lot, believe me. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for tuning in. I surely enjoyed it. I love my city, let me tell you. Take care, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, this is Antonio signing off.